Well, I can remember going, when I first started calling, I started in 1981. That's 36 for 5 years ago, 35 years ago. And I only ever got a book half an hour before the first. I used to go to Corowa. I had to learn 14 in the first, and they were all over Victoria. And is coming into the stalls. Junior Mac, Mr. Ratty is coming up with Zian's Pride. Feline Happy still out with Killingworth. And Simitro. Is a Star's about to come forward. Is a Star, and coming up is Stiletto, Killingworth for Phil Sweeney's colours. Is a Star is the top one. Simitro. I think Junior Mac will be hard to beat in this. Now, Junior Mac stood well with Mr. Ratty. Simitro coming up with Killingworth at the 1400 metres. Oh, one's getting very towy. Oh. Now, Mr. Ratty's rider, that's Cameron Quilty. Cameron Quilty, Mr. Ratty, it's thrown him out the back of the barrier stalls. He looks to be okay. Yes, Mr. Ratty's coming out of the barriers to be vetted. Cameron Quilty, Wayne Marsden, the trainer of Mr. Ratty. It's going to be vetted here, Mr. Ratty. Cameron Quilty was very lucky. Very lucky, Cameron Quilty. I reckon he took a pretty hard tumble there, but he seemed to get straight on his feet. But we'll just find out what's going on with Mr. Ratty. He was led away to be vetted, and the vet is running hands down the leg of Mr. Ratty. In the meantime, we're just waiting on word. Killingworth is the only one out with Simitro. Junior Mac stood well. Zian's Pride. Feline Happy is locked away with Stiletto. Simitro, Junior Mac, Killingworth is still out. Is a Star. So now, Cameron Quilty's okay. I thought he took a pretty hard tumble, but okay, he's going to be checked out, Cameron Quilty, because he did is the horse pass fit, Jason? Okay. Now, there's still jockey and the horse have got to be cleared yet. There's no clearance given to either. Mr. Ratty is in the hands of the clerk of the course. Okay, Mr. Ratty's a late scratching, would you note? It's coming out at 5:26. Mr. Ratty, a late scratching. The time is 5:26. Bookmakers, please rule your ledgers. An announcement regarding betting will be made prior to weight being given. So Mr. Ratty comes out of the final event in the program, taken out Mr. Ratty. So there'll be probably deductions. Junior Mac stood well with Stiletto, Feline Happy and Zian's Pride. Simitro stood up okay, wider out on the track. Junior Mac standing in well. And Mr. Ratty's a late scratching, taken out of the last. They're away and racing in the last, and Simitro got the best of it out in the centre of the track, is going fast with Feline Happy. Junior Mac is driving through along the inside, followed by Killingworth. Is a Star next, and they're followed then by Zian's Pride, who settles down about midfield. About 4 or 5 lengths further back is Staretto, who's back at the end of the field, and it's back last. And the one taken out, of course, was Mr. Ratty. So up the back, they race to the 800 metre mark. Feline Happy is the leader over Junior Mac, and Simitro Samitro. They're followed about a half length to Killingworth, a little bit wider from Zian's Pride, and they're followed about 2 lengths to Is a Star. Now Star Redo's made up a power of ground, and Mr. Ratty was taken out. So as they work down the side of the track now towards the 600 metre mark, it's been a good tussle going on. Killingworth's gone up on the outside, looks to be full of running. Killingworth and took the lead here, drew about 2 lengths in advance of Samitro, followed then by Feline Happy. Stiretto sticking to the inside. They're followed then by further back Zian's Pride and Is a Star, and Junior Max a long way back on the turn into the straight. These outside runners have gone out very wide. Killingworth went out to the outside of the track, and Zian's Pride is fighting back. Stiretto over on the inside is finding plenty. Stiretto over on the inside, and Zian's Pride, Stiretto and Killingworth. It's Stiretto over on the inside. Stiretto wins the last from Zian's Pride. Killingworth followed then by Is a Star. The next one of Phyllis Feline Happy, followed by Junior Mac and Samitro. And of course, the one taken out was Mr. Ratty at 5.26. So Stiretto wins here in blinkers here today by Starcraft from Unveiled. Harry Grace, the winning rider, claiming 3, and Andrew Dale from Albury was a trainer. Stiretto has raced away to win the final event of the program for Harry Grace. And he's taking a bit of pulling up too, Stiretto. He's going back around again, I'd say. So he's taking a lot of pulling up, but it was a most emphatic victory in the last. He's fired up in the blinkers, and he's just going past 1,000 again. So let's hope Harry can ease him back, and he might come down the straight. So just be aware, no one crossing that track because Stiretto hasn't pulled up yet, and he's heading back over past the 800 metre mark. So just be aware, Stiretto is still out on the track, and he's at the 600 metre mark now. He's just taken charge of Harry, but he'll sleep well tonight. He's coming back around again. So he won't need any training for a couple of few days. Now Stiretto's going to come back into the enclosure. Just be aware there. Stiretto is still coming down the track here. Right, just be aware that Stiretto is still coming down the track. Would you note Stiretto is still coming down the track here, so just be aware there, everyone. Okay, it's 10, 7, 3, 1 and 9, 125.99, 2 lengths by 2 1/4. And Stiretto for Starcraft. For Andrew Dale, Harry Grace wins the final event. AJ Dale and F Dale are the winning connections of number 10, Stiretto. Defeats number 7, Zian's Pride for Megan Taylor and Andrew Curtis. Third in number 3, which was Killingworth, Phil Sweeney and Chris Nichol. And fourth in number 1 Is a Star. It's 10, 7, 3 and 1, and the last will stand by for all weight, 125.99, 2 lengths by 2 1/4. Okay, next